easy. Woo-wee, it's New Year's, everybody. It's been a really freaking weird day, which is why we love it. Okay. Ooh. And my little bong bag. Look at it. Oh, so cute. This is going to be phenomenal reading. I just have one of those feelings, you know. Sometimes shit very unexpected happens on days like today. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. What up, everybody? Welcome, everybody. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, I'm Whitney Moon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gonna do a quick little energy update. All right. Before I go tattoo my sister. It's gonna be a great day. It actually already has been a great day, but okay, we got some things going on. Jeez Louise. Okay, so first message, all right? What up, everybody? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I want to do this. It's a little shaky today, like most days, because my apartment is crooked. Okay. So, something coming through the ether here. It seems like someone's getting this message because somebody that you're dealing with, who is delusional, by the way. Okay, we know these people. They decided that they were gonna take the law into their own hands. Okay, and they wanted to do something that, like, they wanted to get something without having to work for it. Okay, and lazy ass people. And the thing was, is that they saw a prophecy. And we all, us collective, okay, we all have the ability to see the future, okay? It's just whether or not you believe it, whether or not you pay attention to it, whether or not it's something that you can incorporate, right? Because a lot of it will say it's deja vu, okay? That's what majority of us will say when we see something happening that we've already seen happen before. We say deja vu. Is it deja vu, or is it you're reliving it? Okay, you're reliving it for the 100th time in this lifetime. Okay, and now that I've kind of realized, so I'm trying to get this eye in the back. What I've kind of realized is like, I knew we were all a part of mission, okay? Because there is people who are part of mission, and then there's kind of the drone people that really just kind of make up time and space, because we all can't be here doing mission, right? Because it just wouldn't work out. I think maybe back in the day we all could have been kumbaya together and on the same page, but there's always that one person that's going to go against what everybody's doing and just be that rebel, right? And then there goes, our whole kumbaya, and then here comes the government, right? Somebody always wants to take the law into their own hands, right? They see something going on and they can't stand it anymore, and they just do something about it. And the thing is that there's good and bad in that, which is the whole like good versus evil thing. Okay. There are people that take the law into their own hands and choose to do something because everyone's being a coward, not doing it. Then there's the people that try to play cops and robbers and think that they can go and arrest people or go and get people in trouble. Right. So it's good and evil. Okay. That's the world. And I feel like somebody obviously wanted to jump ahead. Okay, get this. Maybe this has something to do with it. So I was out for majority of the day, and I go downtown, and there's been this this town that I live in is very old, okay? And we live off of loyalty. And so this woman, there's always been this one shop downtown, and I knew that it's been there for like 20 years, okay? But since this whole like pot epidemic happened in Canada, there's just pot shops like just popping off like Tim Hortons, okay? And they just seem to be everywhere. So this woman who owns this shop, it's all like pot things, right? Like bongs and papers and clips. And I mean, it's just an awesome fucking retro 70s fucking pot store. Like, but she doesn't sell weed, okay? She just sells all the aesthetics that go with weed, because weed wasn't legal 20 years ago when the shop opened, okay? So get this. I go and I finally get to talk to her, and I'm like, I always like to talk to people. And she was like, her son is running the store now. She just got back. And I go and I accidentally went to the mainstream pot place because I didn't know that I was downtown. So, like you're trying to look at the stores and you're like, fuck, right? You can't see anything. So I went to the store, a couple down, and like, what the fuck? Like, this guy just opens up a dispensary right beside you, which you think was good, but because she sells all the accessories, but he also has like a whole wall of accessories, like as any dispensary would. So she goes, get this. And I go, I love when people do this. And she goes, that's my ex-husband's friend. Who was beefing with her ex-husband at the time, decides to open up a dispensary right beside her to try to fuck her, okay? But she even tried to call him to be like, listen, my ex-husband's not here anymore. Like I bought him out. It's just me. Like, you're going to just fuck me. Like, you're just going to fuck a woman. And I'm not going to try to claim feminism on that. But like, when it's two dudes in a beef, really, you're going to fuck the woman who like just got fucked by him? Like, everybody is this just a little, bum fuck party? Right. And he didn't stop anything. He continued down the road, blah, blah, blah. And I go, well, man, I'm like, I was looking for you. I go, because I know you've been here for a while. And she goes, thank you. And I go, no problem. Like, I could have bought something from the other place for $40 more, but I was like, no. And then this is magic. Okay. What I needed was this piece in this little bowl. I bought this in Alberta when I used to live there. So I didn't really think they had them here because I've never seen them. And she just had this whole new one sitting there. And for $10, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, girl? I'll give you fucking $10 for that. Like, how she's even stayed afloat downtown is because of her loyalty. She fought tooth and nail for that bitch. She's not just going to give it up, okay, because you come in with your little fucking store and all your little fucking nice shit and your white walls and your bullshit, right? And that's what's kind of becoming this world, is like all these people are coming in, with Martha Stewart and creating this world of like white and bland colors and these plants on the side, like they're suddenly botanists, and you're like, this world has has gone to a point where they're just watching, you know, Instagram videos and creating this whole shop around it, but it's not theirs. It's not authentic. It's not something they worked for. It's not something they thought of. They're just delusional in the fact that a lot of people think that they can just open up businesses or they can just start things, right? And take the law into their own hands and go and fuck people that have been there for 20, 30 years, the mom and pop shops, right? But the thing is about the mom and pop shops is that people are still going to go because we're old school. And maybe some of us don't want to go to these nice fucking ridiculously new places where you've got to spend $20-$30 more just to walk into the place. I'm still going to go to Bob the jeweler down the road. I'm not just going to go to some fucking place because it's new, right? But again, they come people, you know, and a lot of this is like new money or, you know, other country money coming and setting up shop. And I always think to myself, like, how can my business not work when I'm in my land, I'm where I grew up, and everybody else is making money off of the same shit, not authentic, not in their role, not in their fucking, you know, home soil, and making money off of everybody else when people in their own fucking country can't make that money. Like, what the fuck happened, right? But they come over and they do some shit, and then once they realize that sometimes it's not just money that can get you everywhere, that you actually need, you know, the camaraderie of people. You need to talk to people. You need to, I mean, I don't know if it's just natural, but I always strike up a conversation with people. Even the people I've done readings with, I still reach out to and go like, you know, are you doing okay? Is everything okay? Like, I'm not trying to look for another reading. I'm asking you. And trust me, I do not look out. I do not send direct messages to anybody in the chat. I do not send direct messages to anybody. Okay. I just want to know. I don't think there is a robot out there. That's me, but I'm just saying, like, on my, you know, because a lot of times we'll do Skype shit, and like I'll still talk to you guys afterwards and see if everything's going good and stuff. I'm not asking for more money. I want to know if you're okay. There's people like that, and then there's other people who want to make it look cool. I'm filming this for my Instagram. Look at this new place just opened up. It's brand new. You know, there's new owners just came over with $500,000 from Egypt. Look how great they're doing. And I'm like, why aren't you filming the mom and pop shop next door that might need a little bit more work, but guess what? Their product is way better. But you want the nice new shit, right? This is something that's gonna blow up in somebody's face. Okay, the reason why we're talking about, like, I don't really care what anybody fucking does. I'm not really one to judge, but in a fucking really judgy world at the same time, I'm like, there's a lot of things that can change. Okay. I'm not going to base my whole fucking world around it, but I am going to point out the obvious, right? When the obvious needs to be pointed out, because it's almost like somebody did see the future. They did see that they could have something, but why do you got to cheat? Why do you have to cheat? Why do you got to copy somebody else completely and then start, you know, fabricating yourself into something that's been there forever when you haven't, right? Build the clientele, care about people. Right? Don't just pay people off or go to fuck people because, you know, you guys had a fight back in high school. Like, are you serious? Like, not only by doing stuff on grudges, you now kind of put your own business under the black dome of like, you just want to do this to fuck with somebody else. Like, that kind of energy will get sorted out by the universe. And those are almost those kind of companies. Like, I mean, she owns it and she's still working. I went to that Main Street place. There's like 5 employees in there. Do you think there's a manager in there? Do you think the owner's in there? But the woman with the authentic store who actually runs it is in there. And it blows my mind when people start businesses and then they just hire a bunch of people and then they leave. And it's like, why did you just start that business? I thought you just started the business so you had a fucking business, so you had a job. Right. But then people get it in their mind. They start making a little money. Now, all of a sudden, you know, they don't have to be there. They're too good to be there. They can pay other people to be there. They don't have to work anymore. And it's like, I don't know what everybody wants to do not working. Like, why does everybody not want to work? I don't understand. Like, what are you fucking doing? Are you sitting around making Instagram videos? Are you drinking? Are you going for another drive? Are you going swimming again? Are you going to the bar again? Like, what the fuck? You know, like, you got to work. Like, but if people aren't doing mission and they're just going to their bank jobs or they're going to their fuck government jobs, then yeah, they're probably going to cake out really early because they're getting burnt out every week. They're not giving themselves the rest because they want to go out and party because they worked 40 hours. It's like, but you can do your job a different way. You can actually make money and not work all day and sacrifice your soul and become a fucking asshole. Like, but this person clearly doesn't want to work. They don't really see, and that's the thing, is people don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that come with owning a business, right? Because if they have money, it's just paying the bills and they're just paying people. And once they run out of money, they fucking cancel the business, right? If you don't have that royalty of just being able to start something and then putting it in the hands of a bunch of strangers, right? Then you actually have to work, okay? And that's something that brings you joy, right? Why wouldn't it? Suddenly you're making money. What else are you doing with your fucking time? That's the thing. And I feel like people who don't want to work and they want to be lazy and they want to procrastinate and they want to sit around and drink and they don't want to fucking do anything, so they have a massive amount of healing to do, and they're just gonna keep pushing it and say they need a mental break. I need a mental break. Why do you need a mental break? If you took care of yourself properly, you wouldn't need a mental break. You wouldn't need to go on vacation, right? To de-stress, when vacations is one of the most stressful things you can possibly do. Oh, what, you don't have to cook that day? It's called Uber Eats, right? You don't have to go to a foreign country, right? Almost get kidnapped. Fucking so many people I know that go away, they get fucking robbed. Okay, something happens fucked up to them at the airport. They get strip searched. Their fucking room gets broken into. Like, you know, they have a copy of your fucking safe. You know, they have a copy of your room key. Anybody can break in. Like, I just don't understand why people, you know, when they need to let off so much steam, it's because they're not, for one, setting off any steam. They're not allowing themselves to live because they're putting everything into one thing and then overstressing themselves and wondering why they are so stressed. Well, if you took the time out and didn't think so delusionally to believe that, yes, you actually have to work for a living, and yes, it is hard, and yes, it is tooth and nail, and yes, you are going to want to lose it, and yes, you are going to feel delusional to go to work every day, but like, I'm sorry, where are you going to get your money? The government? You just want it to fly down and just like grace your presence, or are you doing a bunch of fucking voodoo spells to get it to come into your life, which means you're going to steal it from somebody else, right? It's like, sometimes, like, if you cut corners, let me tell you, universe is going to cut those corners right back. Okay, because cut corners is just that. I see people cut corners all the time. This motherfucker behind me today, I stopped at a stop sign. I went to go. There was a bunch of people across the street too, but somebody was, I think they were turning left after I went through the intersection. So buddy didn't even stop behind me and just pulls a fucking right. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't even stop? Like, that's a $700 fine for just running through that stop sign because you don't have 2 seconds to stop and wait, right? But that's the thing, is that people, they don't have 2 seconds to stop and grow anything. They just want to take it from you and then keep trying to duplicate it, right? Keep trying to clone it over and over and over again, right? It's not work, it's bullshit, because they can see that there's a prophecy somewhere in there. So they buy things and give them to people and expect people to take care of their businesses and expect people to take care of their money, expect everybody else to do everything for them. Those are the entitled assholes. I really don't know, and I'll never want to know what it's like to be an entitled person that just says, here, do all my work for me while I watch you. You know how many people that I've worked for that have watched me clean, right? Cleaning the bar, cleaning the floors, cleaning the tables, and they're just watching me, just eating something, just staring at me. And at the end of the shift, have the fucking audacity to say that I did something that they don't like. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I cleaning too much? Because I'm Molly Maid when I'm supposed to be here actually serving fucking tables because life is hard, but you just don't want to like fucking hire cleaners. So you're going to make all your servers fucking clean your bar for you, right? It's that smugness that's just like, I'm going to watch you go through this. And it's like, yeah. I remembered when I had that little bit of fucking edge on me too, and that little bit of pride that just said that I got to watch people fucking fawn over me or fucking do shit, and while I just stand there eating my apple, like, thanks for doing all that work for me. Now I don't have to. Like, I'm sorry, I don't really know that life. I don't know that life of being that ignorant fuck like maybe some other people do, right? So this person, whoever they are, I mean, I kind of feel like they're kind of fucking with your business. They're kind of fucking with your business. And that's not cool. You got to fight for things that you want. Like, you don't just, and that's so funny, you know, like even people in relationship, it's like, buy them this, buy them that, buy them this, buy them that. You break their heart. Oh, sweetie, you know, I love you. Here's my credit card. Or here, like, you know, like the amount of people that just use. I mean, those people, those women or those men that get you to buy them something because you broke their heart or you did something, they're con artists. They're con artists. They know exactly how to get into your wallet the second you fuck around. That's a con artist. Okay, that's a con artist. Instead of working your ass off for your own things in your life, and when your boyfriend breaks your heart, I don't know, actually make him apologize, right? They want another Louis Vuitton bag. They want another iPhone. They want something. They don't want to have to fight for anything that they get. Maybe this is it. Maybe somebody's going to get rid of a girlfriend or something. Once shit hits the fan, you know, like, I don't know, like they can do things. I mean, oh man, there's like massive like blackmailing. Maybe you did something. This person's going to keep blackmailing you, right? Giving them stuff. Somebody's breaking the law. And it's so like delusional to the point where it's like, do you really think no one's going to catch on? Like, do you really think that you can push this person to a certain point where they do explode? And then what happens? Are you going to call 911 once you fucking beat up somebody 1,000 times and they finally punch you out? Are you going to call 911? I bet you they are. Right? Because they can hit you, they can punch you, they can fucking, deface your character, they can shit talk you all over town. But the second you say something, it's like shit hits the fan. No, you can't fight back. No, you can't say anything about what I'm doing. This is about you. You're in the spotlight. You're the asshole. You're the one I want to replace. No, not doing it. No. This is a genuine bully. And I mean, fucking think of that woman. Don't move. Never move yourself out of the equation to appease somebody else who thinks they can break the law or fuck something up so bad just to come and fuck with something that you've worked so hard for. Maybe this is the tooth and nail. Maybe you worked hard for it and they see it as something they can walk in and steal. Ooh, the garbage can. I really think their plan is going to fail. Whatever this is, and karma will do that. Karma will, it doesn't matter if this business thrives for a bit. Guess what? It's not going to be there in 20 years, right? It's the flavor of the month. It's a trend. It's a fad. It's not a trend. It's a fad. It's going to burn out quick. And then once, people stop going, right? Maybe it could be like they could start really fucking around with customer service. And when you walk in, there's this one tattoo shop around where I live. And they're going to crash. And they do all this advertising that they're like the best tattoo shop and all this shit. Tell me how I didn't walk in there. They're like, there's always a reception. There's always somebody to greet you, blah, 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 blah. Tell me how my sister and I, okay, we're deaf and Dutch. So we're fucking loud, okay? And we're standing there. And there's nobody there. Nobody there. This person has paid thousands of dollars to advertise this tattoo shop of how great they are. And we stood there for, I want to say at least 5 minutes. Okay, when you're standing somewhere and there's nobody around, 5 minutes feels like an eternity. Okay, but I wanted to hear what they were about. I wanted to book a consultation. I wanted to talk to somebody. And I was just standing there. Crickets. I could hear crickets in the background. This isn't going to work. And I could see people. I know people saw me. And nobody said anything. I'm sorry. Are you too busy in your tattoo? Can you get the fuck up and I don't know, maybe say something to me while I'm just standing here? I thought you had great customer service. I thought there was somebody that was going to be here to greet me right away. And I left and I won't go back. Right? And yeah, okay, they might be the greatest fucking thing right now, but guess what? Fucking Pete's Original Ink Tattoos downtown is going to beat this motherfucker over there that can't even answer a phone, because then I tried to call and nobody answered. I was like, this is the dumbest place I've ever been in my life. How do you have clients? How do you have anybody that comes here? I can't even get a hold of anybody. Okay? And fucking the place downtown, my God, all you got to do is walk in. There's 3 people that are like, hey, nobody works there. People just naturally hang out down there. So it's I don't know, man. Somebody's delusional to think about how easy it's going to be for something that you don't have to fight for it. And look at that. I'm going to tell you this. If you're doing something that you love, there is never going to be anybody that stops you. I mean, you're always going to stay in business. And even if you don't have a storefront anymore and you take your business home, it's always going to be there, right? Because you're not trash. They are the delusional trash. They're not even, I bet you any money, whatever this business is that they did, I bet you any money, they don't even show up. They're not even there doing anything. Which is if you have a business, you're running a business, that could be the thing you do. The thing you do. Whereas they open up the business to hire people that did that thing. Those people who are doing that thing know eventually they can do it on their own. So they're not going to give up their time and their space and their hours when they know eventually it's all going to be an at-home business for them too. Wow. Look at 3 billboards. There's your advertising right there. Okay. And then the compass. And then Sons of Anarchy underneath with retaliation. And on. Money in reverse. Shut up. Great choice. And the fly on the wall. Signs. Guilt trip. Life or death. Life. Magic and witchcraft. Well, this got a little bit more interesting. Wow. So they've taken a lot of your money. Okay. They might have guilt tripped you. Great. They did some type of voodoo against you. But I also feel like they did try, or they are currently attacking your territory or something, but it's not going to last. It's not going to last. Okay? Because it's retaliation. It's almost like I feel like the universe is going to fight back. Okay? Because they're not seeing the signs that they shouldn't have done what they did, you know, like they copped out. And I mean, why did they have to? It's almost like that lady. I almost feel like that someone's doing something out of a vendetta against you. I don't think they do it. I don't think that's their craft, because they don't love it. They're not working for it. Right. And then when you think of 3 billboards, you think like, you know, the police didn't do anything. So she did something. She brought the attention to it. And that's almost like, I mean, what was this girl going to do downtown? Go call the cops and be like, listen, I've got this business and this asshole is going to open up the same thing, but almost a little bit different, but kind of the same 3 doors down to me. Think the cops are going to do anything? Right? No, that's the unfortunate thing about it. Right? Because you can't always, like, yeah, you've got your territory, but you can't stop other people from, you know, taking their piece too, apparently. And I mean, that's another thing, is like, I hate people who think that they are the only ones, right? I'm the only one. I'm like, because that could never be possible. You could never be the only one that does something. Okay. So I almost feel like, you know, if this person's trying to push you out, it's because they're trying to be that, right? That's that one thing that you are. But I mean, I think the reason why the universe knows it's a fraud is because this person is standing with 3 other people while you're standing alone. Just like that woman, she was by herself. I go into the other place, there's 4 people there, and there was no customers in there. It was like walking into like a Bell store or like a fucking internet store or like a Rogers. There was just so many people, but no customers. I'm like, you know, and in her store, there's nobody in there and there's only her, right? Makes sense. So anyways, I don't know, man, someone's fucking with your money. And, I mean, I think the main thing is to keep doing it, because theirs is a blowout. It's not going to last. And no matter how long it does last for, you started before them and you'll finish after them, right? Theirs is just a quick blowout. They look at that sperm donor with the eyeglasses. Oh my God. Once they see what they did, they're going to realize that they were just as part of the pawn as you were. That's the thing that people, you know, I think need to kind of realize when they choose to do things against other people for their own malicious, you know, intention. It's like, that's going to come right back around on you in every way. Like, you're going to lose your business because of that, because you're just doing it to piss somebody else off. Or like, I don't know, it's scary. But just always know there is always going to be old school. Oh, now I'm super hot. There's always going to be old school people that will outlive the fads. Always. Always. I'm super hot right now. I have the psychic sweats, so I'm not breathing properly. Okay. This is not going to be a very long reading, but I wanted to do something for the new year. New wheel, who dis? All right, next message. Okay. So with this next message, it seems like there is somebody around you, okay, that I kind of feel like, okay, I think this person wants to be with you, okay, but there's this like third party around them that is doing a really, really good job at trying to tempt them away from you. And I don't know, I don't think they know about you, but I think it's like kind of like, I kind of feel like it's a devil moment for maybe a possibly a karmic around you that continually, and I say devil moment because it's, if you can't control your temptations, right, then you will continually be tempted and lose things that you really like, that are really meant to hang around, right? The good things. You'll still get the weak things. You'll get the, the weak energies. So I almost feel like somebody is going to be tempted. Okay. And it's a temptation straight from the universe, because I mean, we always have to take these tests when we're about to go to a different level. And if this person, okay, wants to be with you or wants to be with a good energy, okay, then the devil is going to put a temptation in front of them, some type of seductive energy, somebody very attractive, somebody dumb as a doorknob though, okay, very, very very self-indulgent. They put a lot of effort into themselves, okay, like a lot of like hair things and a lot of support, and just to really, because I mean, when people have to concentrate on using their body, they have no personality. So okay, so if you want now more personality than body, this is your test, because you don't want to make unhealthy choices anymore, and having seductive energies come in and out of your life, they're just using you, they're just appeasing your sexual side and then walking away, right? And like if you want to have something better than that, then it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how young you are, you'll get a temptation in front of you and you won't do anything with it, because the temptation is just that, it's a temptation. It's supposed to be tempted and then you're supposed to walk away, right? If there's anything that freaking like Lucifer is on right now, is this goddamn Adam and Eve bullshit. I don't know the whole Adam and Eve story, and the snake and the apple or something. I don't know. I don't know if she was supposed to be with Adam, but then she goes with the devil. I don't know. I don't know these stories, because I grew up Catholic, surprisingly, but I wasn't actually Catholic, so I didn't give a fuck. I was still cursing everything in the church. Oh God, young Whitney, I tell you, just unbelievably insane. Okay, but like I would never, having that type of energy, I would have never attracted somebody that was more than just a vision, right? Because I never really have dated anybody that has been more to me than just looks, right? Like my ex-boyfriends have sucked, like their personalities, beautiful, awful personalities, right? And those awful personalities, you then kind of, start to say is love, because you're fixated on how they look, right? And looks are not love, right? Love comes from a very different place. So it's like, if somebody is ready to throw in the barrel and just say, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm not going to bars anymore, I'm not having one night stands anymore, I want the real deal, you're going to get tempted by something quick. Okay. And it's going to be like, are you going to go with the hot guy? Or are you going to go with the guy that asks you out properly and I don't know, is nice, right? Because that's the thing, is like, okay, this is another thing with that spirit likes to do. It's spirit's a tricky bitch. Okay. So if you have recently met somebody or about to meet somebody and you look at them and you think, Okay, like they're kind of good looking, but they're not like what you're used to. Okay, go out with them anyways. Because the thing that's going to surprise you is the more that you concentrate on their personality, and if their personality matches what you're looking for, then their face will change. Okay, Spirit is great at this. I'm getting goosebumps all over my body. Okay, suddenly you'll look at them at like a certain position or something, or they'll bend down and get something, and their whole face will change. And you'll be like, oh my God. Isn't it that movie? Oh my God, that stupid movie, like She's All That or something. I'm getting this because I think it was a music video or something. She walks down the stairs in the red dress and everyone's like, oh, because that's the thing. That's the veil, right? She's not in her paint covered, coveralls with her glasses on anymore. She's, looks like a lady. And it's like, that's what happens. Okay. That's the test. Okay. So if you feel like there's a test coming, because this whole thing ends in the dragonfly. Okay. Which is be lighthearted, finding out things coming to life, adapt, change, heal. Adapt, change, heal. Okay. And the sudden temptation is like gross because you're like, oh my God, like I tried to have a smoke with her. Did you hear how she talks? Like she's ugly now. Like, and that's the thing is like, oh, there was this one guy. This happened to me recently. There was this one guy and he, what's really fucked is that he knows that he's good looking. And what's really weird is that he always talks about how good looking his parents are. And that's how good looking he is, which kind of really started to throw me off. I was like, why do you keep talking about how good looking your parents are? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't really care. Like, I think you're good looking. That's all I really care about. And then he started like, it was like a psychological thing, right? Where he started noticing what I liked and then doing that and not really being his actual self. And actually, now that I just say that, another guy just popped into my head. And that was another relationship that I had with this guy, like just drop dead gorgeous, like, oh my God, skateboarder, obviously, right? Just grilled from head to toe, covered in tattoos from head to toe. He hated his body. Those skinny guys hate their bodies. They end up just tattooing the shit out of themselves, right? And awful personality. Like I couldn't hang out with him. I couldn't talk to him. And I thought, okay, well, maybe, he's just shy and like, we'll find our groove eventually. And like, oh my God, it just got worse because then he tried to be like the macho guy and the tough guy. And like, but that's not who he was. So it's like, well, why are you trying to be somebody now that you think I want? Like, why does everybody always think I want some tough guy? Like, I don't even know what that means. And then like, what does it mean? Do I expect people to go walking around punching people in the face? Like, I've never even hit anybody in the face before. And I don't ever want to see somebody hit somebody in the face because that's the thing. If I've ever seen people fighting, even guys, if somebody is in that fight that I care about or that I love, I'll jump into the middle of it. So like I've been hit, okay, And my fault. Don't jump into a cage fight not expecting to get a fucking black eye. But I just don't understand sometimes when people see you, like maybe you have tattoos, maybe you look a little, just a little rougher than the average person. It's because they're like somebody has to get themselves out of the glamour. Maybe that's what it is. No more glamour, no more makeup, no more. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that, but I'm just saying, right? Like if they can't love you without the makeup on or find you attractive without your makeup on or done up, they're not really the ones for you because they have to understand you're going to be sleeping. You're going to look ugly. You're going to wake up in the morning. You're going to look ugly. You're going to, cry at a funeral and you might look ugly. Is this person going to be that superficial to make it seem like you have to look good in every situation all the time? Because they're never going to find anybody. Maybe that's a temptation they have to get over because they constantly sabotage themselves. But now I feel like they don't want to sabotage themselves anymore because they're lining themselves up for people that don't exist because these girls or these guys that are like, made up and just too much are fake. You shouldn't have to try that hard to get somebody to like you, right? Because your looks, they're going to fade, right? And if you don't find yourself attractive right now, but you try to make yourself look a certain way, you know that's just going to get harder and harder and harder to keep faking what you look like the older you get, because you're just going to get worse and worse and worse if that's how you feel in your eyes. Quite frankly, I feel like my aging is doing me well. Because that's the thing. We're supposed to age. We're supposed to get older. Our skin is supposed to sag. We're supposed to get age. These things are supposed to happen, right? For the people who try to stay ageless or younger or more beautiful, I mean, they have a shower and suddenly they're like a different color. Like their chest and everything. They're not just putting makeup on their face. It's on everything. Why? Like, do they know? Do they know sex? Like that makeup is going to wear off like quick. Okay. Oh my God. I had this friend back in high school who used to wear so much makeup. Okay. It was like watching her do her makeup would take an hour. You know how long it would take me to get ready? 10 minutes. So she always would have her shower first because it would take her so long to get ready. Let me tell you, she was making out with this guy. She always liked black guys. But then once she started dating white guys, she was making out with some white guy. Okay. She pulls away and her eyebrow is on the guy's forehead. And I'm like, again, what did you look like after that in his mind? Oh my gosh, there's this one guy I know. I think he's still with her. Super sad, but we go to this bar one night and my, kind of very weak, struggling friend meets a girl who's just done up to the tail. Okay. Oh my God. Long hair, like mermaid hair, all done up. And, just this like mirage of a girl. And like, oh my God, I had a lot of guy friends back in the day. Oh my God. Everyone was like, oh, who's that? Who's that? Okay. My one buddy takes her home. I'm pretty sure I passed out at his house that night. I was, I think, a couple of towns away. And I didn't want to drink and drive, so I stayed at his house. And we woke up in the morning. I think we went to breakfast, actually, because he was so happy he finally found a chick and all this shit. And, like, you should have saw me and him in the morning. I was like, who is that? He's like, that's the chick I took home last night. And I'm like, that's not the chick. He's like, yes, it is. I'm like, where's all her hair? She had no hair in. All of a sudden, her hair was like this short, okay? She had giant black glasses on. She didn't do her makeup because she didn't bring it with her, obviously. She probably wasn't thinking she was going to go home with some dude, or she might have brought her makeup. And she was wearing all his clothes, right? Because she didn't want to wear the tiny black dress she wore to the pool hall. Again, over my head. And he stayed with her. Like, I was like, because she took everything off. She never looked that way again. I never saw her look that way again. She never put those extensions in again. I never saw her with her glasses off. I don't know what she was trying to do that night, but it worked. It got her a guy. Okay. And they're still together. I mean, I don't think it's a good relationship. And they've got a lot of problems, but it worked. Okay. And the thing is maybe that was his test, to see the glamour in a girl. And then the next day it never comes back. Right. Because like I said, she never looked that way again, ever. I hung out with them for a while before they ended up moving away. And because, she was a nice woman. Like, she really was. That's why I didn't understand the makeup and everything that she was doing and like what she did, but she never did it again. And she stayed with him. I think she sleeps around and fucks around with other people, but she wanted the dude and she got the dude. So, this could play both ways. I feel like now that it's the new year, right? The way that we go into the new year is kind of how we want to level up. So if you don't want the, wobbly, bobbly, bouncies in your face anymore, and you want somebody that you can actually have a conversation with, I think Spirit is lining you up with that. So congratulations. Oh! Congratulations to all my grown-ups in the chat today, or that are going to watch this video. Okay, I'm going to do one more reading. 44 or 36. Because like I said, I was out all day today, and I'm going to tattoo my sister. I've been teaching myself how to tattoo. I have, I don't know, 5 on me now. And they're healing beautifully. I'm doing such a good job, so I'm going to tattoo her tonight. I haven't tattooed somebody before. And it's not something I want to do as a career or anything. I can't find a tattoo artist, so I'm just tattooing myself. And I I'm going to tattoo her. So I don't want to lose all my energy. I want to keep my energy because I had such a ridiculous day today that I lost a lot of energy, but I did not sleep a wink last night. I don't know if y'all did, but like, holy fuck, I didn't sleep at all last night. I was up all night. My snake was up with me most of the night too, which was really weird. Okay, last message. Woo! Ooh, I love this card. Honestly, because like, look at him. It's such a good representation of the page. What is it? Page of Swords? Yes, Page of Swords. You know, somebody writing a letter, right? Or somebody planning it, writing it out. They really nailed that. And then Mercury, that's so surprising because Mercury right now is in retrograde. And oh my God, my electronics are fucked. My sister's internet wouldn't even work today. And then I believe that that's Virgo energy, 5th house, air. 5th house. Who the fuck is that? Leo. Creative expression. Cool. 8 of Swords. What up in this bitch? What's this? 2 of Wands. Man, I wish they'd just done these cards a little bit freaking brighter. They're so hard to see, but there's the 2 of Wands. Then we've got Strength with the Wheel of Fortune. Fucking right. So, whoa, okay. I'm kind of getting the message. Okay, so somebody, I don't know if it's you, okay, you could want to suddenly speak about something. You know what I was saying today? There's a Slipknot song, and he's saying, biting my time until the tongue is right. I'm pretty sure that's what he says. Biting my time until the tongue is right. Or he's saying, biting my time until the time is right. Regardless. And then he goes, it's time. Okay. It's a Slipknot song. I think it's called Sick. Yeah, I think it's called Sick. Somebody is biting their time. Or maybe you're biting your tongue or biting your time until the right time. But with this Page of Swords, that's what I'm getting, because he's writing something out, but it doesn't mean that he's saying anything. It doesn't mean that he's delivering it. It just means he's writing it down. Okay. So with the 2 of Wands, it's the moon with Libra. Okay. 2nd house, which would be Taurus. You're grounding something. Okay. So this is very important to somebody. I recently started really exposing my father for freezing me in time as a child and never acknowledging narcissists. He doesn't talk to me, doesn't speak to me. Like it's so much so that I finally had to start saying something about it, because I felt like I was crazy. I felt like I was like, how can I say like so these things to my father and he just doesn't reply? He doesn't say anything. And I think like, am I crazy? Like, is this crazy? Like, am I like literally that unloved by my own father that he can't say a word to me? Like literally, as I'm talking to him about some of the worst things that happened in my life that he doesn't know about, that he needs to know about because it ruined a lot of my life. You don't say anything because that means that he's going to have to admit that even he tortured me when he didn't need to. I was already tortured enough. Thanks. You didn't need to add your bullshit on top of that, right? And it took me a long time to start sending the emails to him. I would write them. And even to this day, I write emails and I delete them because I just have to write it, right? With the 2 of Wands, you only send it. You only choose the wand, because you can only move on, you know, like you choose your action, and it's like you have to choose those right words, but you decide, okay? Because if you're an 8 of Swords and you're not speaking, okay, you're not speaking to this person or whatever, it's like you don't have any obligation to speak to them. at all. Okay, you can write as much as you want. You don't have to send or say anything to them. Nobody can bully you like that. Okay, so that's why strength is here, because you do have to find your strength in a very scary situation where you haven't stood up for yourself before, right? Because you would be amazed at when you set your boundaries and you tell people they cannot act a certain way around you, people suddenly go, oh, okay, well, they're either going to stop hanging out with you, or they're going to figure out how to be around you in a healthy way. Because sometimes people don't know how inappropriate they are, okay, or how many times they've crossed the line or the boundary. If you haven't told them, how do they know? People are ignorant and they're assholes and they're raised by wolves, and you don't know what they think is right versus what you think is right, because we weren't all raised the same. So what we feel we are driven by might not be our neighbor, because they've never even heard of that before. Their family is, a bunch of doctors, right? And they're science, and that's it. And the world is round, and God damn it, we love family and the United States of America. Okay, there are just people very different. Okay, and it has to be this way. So that's why it's like, if you're biding your time until the time is right, or until the tongue is right, until you have the right thing to say, just know that the universe is saying it's time. When you, look at that, bottom of the deck. I accidentally put the deck upright, and the Knight of Cups is right there. When you decide to say something, okay, Two of Swords in reverse underneath, amazing. Oh my God, with the Hermit. Cool. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. When you do decide to move this and take like, I mean, if you look at this card, it's pretty fucking awesome, because she's got a sword in that snake's mouth, but she also has a sword through her own, right? And those swords, either she's put in right now or she's about to take them out. Okay, which means you will be unblocked, as will they. Okay, so, or it's like, you unblock your throat chakra, you say or you write what you need to, and you're just gonna fucking stab the other person. But at the same time, if you do say something, sometimes, okay, so that's the thing with Whitney, okay, and I'm channeling Moonshine right now, so I'm not Whitney. Whitney will sometimes, it takes a very long time for her to stand up for herself, okay, and when she finally does stand up for herself and she does say something to somebody, sometimes we will block them directly after the message, okay? Because it's a rhetorical message. It is not meant to have a response right away. I want you to fucking look at the message. I want you to study it. I want you to understand what I'm saying. And when I'm ready to unblock you, I will. When I'm ready to hear back from you, or for you to see me again, I will let you know. But to block the energy is to say, you need to sit with this for a second and shut the fuck up. Stop saying something to me. Stop saying that you need to change this, change that. Listen to what I'm saying. Read what I write. And when you've got something to say that's proper, that has something building and constructive, okay, to say, we will talk about it. And if you want to block yourself afterwards, go right ahead. You don't want to fucking say anything afterwards, go right ahead. But just know, I have something to say. And when you're ready to say it, best believe motherfuckers are going to listen to you. And if they want to act like they didn't hear you, they want to act like they didn't read it, trust me, they read it, and you might have stumped them. Okay? You might, ooh, damn, I didn't even notice this Ace of Wands on the bottom. Are you fucking kidding me? With the Ten of Swords. King of Swords in reverse. Somebody's really gonna... Ooh, Ace of Cups doesn't even fucking matter, though. With the Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Okay. So, quite frankly, it doesn't even matter how they respond, because it's going to be different for everybody. They could really take what you say and, like, never want to speak to you again. Or they could take what you say, absorb it, okay, actually drink in the feelings of what it could possibly be like for 2 fucking seconds outside of their own goddamn mind. Because that's the thing, is like, that's what people can't do, is physically take themselves out of the equation for 1 fucking second and think maybe their actions hurt other people, right? It's all about them and what they want to do. And this is my life. This is what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. And that's just the selfish part of collective, right? It's just not acknowledging what they do and acknowledging that they're like, they're the only person in the universe. The whole world fucking revolves around them. And it's like, wow, while you're deciding that the whole world revolves around you, you just fucked me because you fucked them, then you fucked them, and they both came and fucked me while you were already fucking me because you said you didn't like me anymore. So you fucking slam the door on that. You fucked me 2 ways because then this person's going to talk shit about you. They're going to fucking say something about you. They're going to put something in motion, which is going to deepen it even more, right? All just when they could have just fucking, spoke to you. So that's what I feel like. What you have to say to this person might be intense. Okay, it might be intense. And Spirit is like, they are ready for it, whether they want to hear it or not. And after you send the motherfucking message, you know what I realized? I did not know this. You can block email people from emailing you. I did not know that. I have been waiting for Google to do that because there are so many people that email me that I do not want emailing me, but I did not know that you could block their email. So if you're on Google, which would be like Gmail, you can block people from messaging you, even on there. So they think they can fucking, hit you up with some emails afterwards about what you say. Just block their email for a bit. Who cares? Block them. So then they have to read what you say and not counteract that by defending themselves instantly, because that will happen. If you decide to be real with somebody, they might, say some shit right away to defend themselves. But the thing is that what they don't understand is that they've been defending themselves this whole time, which is why you have been silent. To hear them defend themselves again, it's like, you've been saying that this whole fucking time as to why you hurt me. So now you're not going to be able to defend yourself by saying the same thing that you said while you hurt me about why you did hurt me, or about that's your apology, is your excuse as to why you hurt me. I've been hearing that excuse the whole time, right? It's just ridiculous. So sometimes you need to just block motherfuckers. Just block them. Their loss. They can't play fairly, and they gotta listen to something. Oh man, I once fucking emailed this chick, and I told her I knew about everything that she fucking did to me and all the fucking voodoo bullshit that she put on my family and what she did to take our money and to take our land and to do shit. She fucking called the cops on me. She called the OPP cops on me. You know what the cop did? Okay, he didn't even finish his sentence because he didn't need to. I was like, okay. I didn't even say what I said because obviously she read it. She read it as some hateful fucking message, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to attack her. Bitch, I'm saying karma is going to find you. I have every right to say karma is going to find you for everything you fucking did to me and my family. Are you kidding? I can't say that you're not going to get what you deserve. Of course I am. The fucking officer, he just had to call because, it was a complaint, but no fucking sweat off my back. So who gives a shit? They might call the cops. My own fucking father has threatened to call the cops. These are harassment emails. You're harassing me and my wife. By telling you that I was molested and that you should have done something about it and that I needed you and that your wife manipulated everything and lied and was a fucking bitch and just did things to me when you weren't around. That makes me an asshole. I'm harassing you by telling you what you did to me. Okay, I remember when I was 5 years old and wanted to blame everybody for all my fucking problems too. Okay, like my own father can't take responsibility for what he did. Like if my own father can't take responsibility, it's like, there's obviously somebody out there that did something to you and won't take responsibility for it. You could wait 10 more fucking years and guess what? They're never going to take responsibility for what you did. So you might as well start calling them out. You might as well start fucking pissing them off because that's all it's going to do. It's going to piss them off. It's going to liberate you while pissing them off. Do you really give a fuck about what they think? No, because you just got liberated by telling them off, by telling them something that you've been waiting to tell them for so long that you've been possibly displacing, right, in other situations, possibly using what they did to you against other people because you don't really know that it's them who's hurt you, okay, because they're so blatantly doing it in front of your face that it's like, I'm going to shut you down now. Like, you purposely make fun of me. You purposely put me in the actions of everybody else. You purposely demean me. You purposely talk down to me. You purposely talk shit about me. Like, I know what my stepmother did. I know how she planted a seed in my father that grew to hate his daughters, right? You have to start from the very beginning. This manipulator is going to start from the very beginning, and they're going to continue their malicious acts for 20, 30, 40 years. It just depends how long the cycle goes on for. So whatever this is that you're waiting to write or that you want to deliver, trust me, I mean, they're ready to fucking hear it. And it doesn't matter if they say, I don't want it, I can't handle it. What they say, I can't handle it. They are just in denial of what they did to you. They can handle everything. They're just choosing not to. And that's the thing, is when somebody wants to hurt you, somebody wants to rape you, somebody wants to abuse you over and over and over again, and then suddenly the tables have turned and you're standing in front of them going, well, now you can't touch me. Now you can't manipulate me. Now you got to speak to me. That person is going to go running. Okay, they're never going to want to look at you, right? Because they're not in control anymore. Right? People only want to fuck with you when they're in control. And if you take the control back because you've got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups, they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing. I'm surprised the Ace of Swords didn't come out. Like, with the Wheel of Fortune? This motherfucker in hiding, the Hermit? They can't hide forever. The truth will find you. Doesn't matter if you're in a little cabin in the woods. Guess what? The fucking truth is going to hit your goddamn door, whether you think it is or not. No one's safe from the truth. The truth is liberating. It's supposed to free you. It's supposed to, with truth comes so many things that you did wrong, and to liberate yourself from the things that you did wrong and then expect somebody to, I don't know, maybe just apologize for doing the same. And then they go, fuck you, I didn't do anything wrong. It's like, you might never get the answer from them. You might never get anything from them. There's the Knight of Swords, but it doesn't mean you don't stop trying, at least to move yourself forward, right? Who gives a shit about these people? I mean, a dirty motherfucker is always going to be a dirty motherfucker. You know what I mean? Anything else? I think that's it, y'all. Four of Cups. And what's so weird, oh, no, okay, I was like, there's only 3 cups, but there's the 4th. This person has just lost, like, they have just, wow, 4 of Cups with the 3 of Cups? That's the 3 cups. That's in the 4 of Cups. What is that? The Star. No way. So, like, okay, whoever this person is that you want to tell off, okay, or like are writing some serious truth about, okay, I think they're a part of 3 people, or you're in a part of 3 people, and this person has lost all 3 of you. Okay. And that is kind of like, to them, I feel like you need to do this because they've, like, if you've already separated yourself, you've already moved away, or, you know, you and some other people are already excluding this person. It's like, at this point, who cares? Who cares what you say now? Because they know it's a lost relationship. They've already seen it go down the drain, and they're not going to do anything to pick it up. They're not going to do anything to change it. They're just going to wash away. So if that's all they're going to do, 47, 48, like if that's all they're going to do, then fuck them. Tell the truth. Doesn't seem like, it just kind of seems like you're going to have wasted feelings on them anyways. So what we at? 103.35. All right. I think we're going to call it quits. It's a fucking big day today. And like I said, I didn't sleep last night. I was up all night. So, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right. If you want personal reading, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. You can get a hold of me there. And if not, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the live. This was like 3 pretty big like messages in this reading today. So take what resonates. And I mean, I think it's going to be a lot of like little pieces of the upcoming year because it's the beginning of the year. So I kind of feel like it's going to be a couple things going on. And like, maybe this is going to be your year of liberation. You're going to liberate yourself from, you know, hundreds of things that people have said to you, and you're just going to tell the world, or you're going to get into the best relationship of your life and stop looking at little Miss New Boobs. I mean, whatever it is, this is setting the tone for the full year. So that's why it's like kind of like badass energy, the way that it, like what did come out today. So, If it doesn't resonate, just watch for other readings, obviously. And yeah, if you want a private reading, I mean, that's the best way to do it if it's not resonating. But also show up for the lives if you can. You know, like I can't expect, you can't expect to be here when I'm always live because people have lives and they work. But if you can be here, I can guarantee you if there is something that you need answered from spirit, spirit will answer it for you. And it comes so weird. And even my sister watches these sometimes, and like she wasn't watching the live, you know, she's watching hours later, and she'll notice that some of the readings are about her. And I'd be like, what the fuck, seriously? And she's like, yeah, that one reading. And like would never have thought, right? So it's like there will be like little hidden messages and stuff, because spirit is really adamant on like getting the truth out. It's not really about so much of what you want to hear, but a lot of things of like you already kind of knew the answer to, but then you just need that little like that just little like, hey, by the way, I know what happened, right? Just to keep you on track. So that's it. Peace out. All right. Have a good one. And I will most likely see y'all tomorrow. All right. Later, Gators. Ooh, 10606. That's nice. I like